All right, let's get practicing in QuickBooks Online. Grab the link below in the description so that you can follow along. All right, here we are in the QBO gym. And the QBO gym is a place where we have numerous exercises that simulate real life scenarios that you may encounter as a bookkeeper. Every single month, we come up with a new set of exercises for you to practice and complete, and we break it down for you into 4 different categories. So today, we are going to be working in the September cardio section. At the top here is a little video telling you what's going on in Craig's world this month. He is our fictitious business owner. Just below that is an interactive quiz to test your knowledge related to the video you just watched above. And then finally down here are all of the exercises within that section. So today we are going to practice setting up a corporate credit card. You will need to be in the same session of the sample company that you were in for the previous exercises in the warm-ups section. If you have not completed those yet, go ahead and click on the link on the top right corner of your screen. That'll take you to the first exercise, complete that one and all the ones following it until you get back to this one. So our scenario today is that Craig set up new corporate Visa cards for each employee, Emily and John, to use for fuel, car washes, and bottled water. He retained a primary card for his own use as well. So let's see how we would set this up. The first thing to note here is that one of the unique things about corporate credit cards is that typically there is one account that multiple cards will fall under. This account is what we will use to reconcile each month, even though it is not used for payments. So we're going to create that parent account first. To get started, we need to see what's going on with the Visa accounts. So in the left nav bar, we're going to mouse over transactions and then select chart of accounts. So here I am in the sample company. This is the last page that I left off of. If you go over here to the left nav bar, here's transactions, hover over that, and then click on chart of accounts. And you will see all of the accounts that Craig has up here. We're going to look at the existing Visa account, and let's do that by scrolling down first. You only have to scroll a little bit until you get to the credit cards. Here's the Visa one, and as you can see, there is a balance for $2,300. This is from previous expenses that were added in the warm-up section. This account, unfortunately, will not be able to work as the parent. The parent account is an umbrella account, and all of the Visa cards have to fall under it. It doesn't have any charges of its own, so if there is a current balance, then we need to create a new Visa account, which is what we're going to do right now. So in the upper right-hand corner of the chart of accounts page, we're going to click on the green new button. So scroll to the top here. Here is that new button. Click on that, and you will see this form appear for you. So let's go ahead and fill it out. At the top of the form, we're going to click credit cards on that icon, that's little card right here. Click on that. In the save account underfield, we're going to select credit cards again. So go ahead and select credit cards. The tax form section is also going to be credit cards. So let's go ahead and select that. And then the account name for this one, we're going to make it Visa Corporate, because again, this is going to be the umbrella overall parent account. So let's type in Visa Corporate. And then in the description field, we want to type umbrella account. So just a note here, ultimately there will be 4 Visa card accounts. Parent account, which is the one we are creating right now, that overall one that only does the reconciliation, no charges or anything like that. Craig's account, that is the primary one, which is the current one that's showing as Visa. And then under him is going to be Emily and John's cards. So it may be helpful for here to put words that help us discern one card from another. So umbrella account makes sense. So let's go ahead and type that in the description, umbrella account. There we go. For this one, we are going to start, for the date that to start tracking this account in QuickBooks, we're going to put beginning of the month. And then the account balance, we're going to put 0. And that's because Craig just started using this Visa. So at the beginning of the month, the balance was 0. So let's go ahead and put here the date, beginning of this month. And then here we're going to put $0. And then we are going to go ahead and click on the green Save button, and that account has now been created. We need to place Craig's card, which is that primary account, as a sub account of the parent of the Visa parent account, corporate accounts. There we go, that we just created. So let's scroll down first to find it. Here you see it. Here's the Visa. Here's that original one that had that $2,300 balance. And the Visa corporate that we just created, it has 0. So now we need to move this one under this one. And the way to do that is clicking on the down arrow next to the Visa account line and clicking Edit. So here's the Visa one, the one that is Craig's. Click on the arrow here and then select Edit. And you will see the form for this account appear. So in the Save Account under field, we want to select Visa Corporate and then Save. This will make Craig's Visa a sub-account of the parent account that we had just set up. So under this one here, rather than having it saved under credit cards, we're going to save it as Visa Corporate. And now let's go ahead and click on the green Save button. And you will notice that his account is now a sub account. And if you look at the this parent account here, the one that we created a few minutes ago, it has the balance of $2,300 versus $0 where it did that, or where it had it before when we had set it up. So why does this happen? That is because the balance from the sub accounts will roll up into the parent accounts. So it doesn't have any charges of its own. What it's just showing here are the charges for all of the sub accounts below it. And in another exercise, we are going to be actually adding transactions to these credit cards, for this one for Craig, and then the one for Emily and John. And when we do that, you will see that that line, that Visa corporate line, is actually going to increase as we add things to those sub accounts. So that Visa corporate is just showing the total of all of the sub accounts beneath it. So now we need to create sub accounts for Emily and John. These accounts, again, are going to reside underneath the primary account, which is Craig's accounts. So in the top right corner of the chart of accounts page, we're going to click New again. So scroll to the top, click on the green New button, and this one will appear. So let's start off and fill the first one out for Emily. So on the top of the form, it's going to be, again, credit cards. So let's click on the little credit card icon. We are going to save this account under Visa, and that's Craig's card. Both of these, both for Emily and John, they are going to be sub accounts underneath the primary. So we're going to click into this, and then we are going to put it under Visa. So click on that. The tax form section is credit card, which should already be selected, which it is. The account name for this one is going to be Visa 0576, and that's because those are the last 4 digits of Emily's card, so it's just an easy identifier. So Visa 0576, Visa 0576. In the description field, we'll just mention that it is Emily's Visa, so let's go ahead and do that. Emily's Visa. The date to start tracking is again going to be the beginning of the month, and the account balance is going to be 0. So click on this arrow to open this up, select this arrow, and click on beginning of this month, and then the account balance we said again is 0. And then we're going to go ahead and click on the green Save button. And if you scroll down, you will notice that there is Emily's credit card, and it is showing as a sub-account of Craig's. So we did it correctly. Now we need to create the one for John. So again, we're going to follow all the same steps that we just did here, just making a couple of slight changes to identify his card. So let's go ahead and click on the green New button. And again, for the top of the form, it's going to be that credit card icon. So go ahead and click on that. Again, we are saving this account under Visa. This is Craig's account that is, we are going to set it, John's account is going to be a sub-account of Craig's Visa. There we go. So you're going to click again Visa here. The tax form section has already been selected for us. It is this credit card, which is great. In the account name field, we're going to jump down here to John's. His Visa ends in 0577, so it's going to be Visa 0577. So Visa 0577 is the account name. And then we're going to put in the description field John's Visa. So we can identify that it is his quite easily, John's Visa. And then we need to jump back up here. The date to start tracking, again, is going to be the beginning of the month, and then the account balance will be 0. So open up this by clicking on the arrow. Click on the arrow in this box, select beginning of this month, and then in this box, type 0 for $0. And then we are going to go ahead and click on the green Save button. And now that one has been created. All of the corporate Visa cards are set up properly now. Again, that parent account is going to be used for reconciliation. The primary account, which is Craig's, is going to be used for payments and also some purchases as well. And then the sub accounts are only going to be used for purchases. That's why we are rolling that under, or we are putting it under Craig's account. So if we look here, if we just scroll down really quickly to see, here is that corporate, that umbrella one, that Visa, which is Craig's parent account, and then underneath that is Emily's, and then John's Visa. And that is how you set up corporate credit cards. And if you have any questions or want to know more about the QBO Gym, just go ahead and click on the link below in the description. Be sure to leave this session of the sample company open, as you will need it for the next exercise in the cardio section, where we focus on entering transactions for the credit card. And I will see you in the next video.